Right, we've got another Mercedes SL here. I brought it to us because it was all covered in swirls and scratches and whatnot. So it was original focus was to get rid of those, but from there we're now going to put a ceramic sealant on the car, so that's going to require a lot of preparation, just making all the panels perfect, removing scratches and imperfections and whatnot, making it all ready to apply the 5-year ceramic sealant. So in the next part of the video you'll be seeing what we're doing to get that ready for that and go from there. Right, so we've given the car a bit of a clean already. We're now just in the preparation stage of doing a clay bar decontamination. Gary, can you tell me why we clay the cars before we put the ceramic sealant on?
Well, we're going to buff it. There's lots of swirls and scratches on it, particularly on the bonnet. So before we buff it, we're making sure there's no particles of contaminants stuck to the paint surface. This looks like a sponge, but it's actually got a clay surface. So it pulls out any of the contamination. So the paint is absolutely perfectly smooth, because if you just buff it, you can take those contaminants and create a half moon circle, which of course creates swirls that are of course more difficult to remove. So we just want to be on top of that.
So if we were to put the sealant straight on with the contaminants on the surface, it wouldn't bond correctly, or?
That's an interesting question. Well, there's something in between. We've got to buff it to clean the paintwork, because the ceramic sealant we use has got to get a real good grip of the paintwork. It's got to stay on there for 5 years, and it's actually on the paint as opposed to like the polish, like this, covering the paint. So we've got to get it to bond. So in order to do that, we'll be cleaning it with solvents after we've buffed it. So what I'm now doing is, obviously if I buffed it, I'd create the swirl. So I'm going to buff this, we're going to buff this 3 or 4 times with different compounds and different buffing heads in order to make sure that there is no swirls on it, and then we can put the ceramic sealant over it. And of course the 5-year one is very thick, or very thick. I mean, very thick when you compare it to all the other products out there that we know. So therefore it will amplify any imperfections.
Okay, well we'll check back with you again in a few.